what do you think about, first of all, what do you think about the format right now? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? What do you like about it? What do you hate about
60-card piles are awful.
60 card,
I hate the idea of 60-card piles.
It's all hand traps and adventure stuff, right?
Just too many good generically viable engines that work together and have so much synergy, it just ruins the format.
What are your thoughts, Matt? Same thing?
I thought it was kind of strange how Konami just did a total flip-flop, banning Imperial Order and then skill drain.
Skill drain? What do you like about the format right now?
What I like is that they brought skill drain back.
Skill drain again?
And they
you
brought
play
skill
Alter
drain
guys,
back.
right? So
I play Ultra Guys, and that is my stuff right there. Traps. I'm a trap dot deck, really.
Alter guys, because they're not affected by a skill drain. So
I mean, I'm affected by it, but very little, very little. So.
What do you hate the most about the format then?
I hate that it's probably, if you go to like a regionals or a higher up, event, you're probably gonna see Brave every other table.
Brave. Everything's Brave.
Just Brave everything.
BP and hand traps too.
Yep. Yeah.
All the same thing.
All that same stuff.
I think the format's okay. Just there's a couple cards that have been, a little bit of an issue. But if say they would have been banned, then the format would have been perfect. It would have been really good.
Robert, what do you think about the current format right now?
It's busted.
It's busted. What do you think is the most busted right now? Is it the adventure stuff? Because a lot of people complaining about that.
I think it's the adventure stuff, and then there's a lot of set 5 pass decks. Outglitch has started to make a comeback. Live Twin Evil Twins made a comeback. With Imperial Order gone, Sky Strikers has started to come back.
You guys run into a lot of trap decks then?
Yeah, Eldritch is running around, Monkey Flip, Skill Drain. You know how it is.
Yeah, I hate that stuff. Now you play set 5 pass. Do you think if they put skill drain back to 1, would you still play that, or?
Yes, I have other floodgates to replace the 2 missing skill drain.
All right, we're here with Jerry. Jerry, what do you think about the format right now?
Well, the format is very diverse. There's a lot of decks going around right now that are very threatening, very composable with the Brave engines and whatnot. So that's really scary to look out for, because basically a lot of decks can set up extra negates and whatnot, get extra advantage out of the boards. It's giving people more experimental builds with with Dragon Link and Eldritch builds and whatnot. They're making big Brave stuff, like the base deck that's also running around too.
G, what do you think about the current format right now?
Current format is basically some interesting decks floating out there, and by interesting I mean Brave plus something.
60 card Brave decks basically.
Based is a pretty based deck, both figuratively and literally. But honestly, I've seen a lot of Brave Eldritch, Brave this, but it's basically Brave. It almost reminds me of there was this one other format back then. What was that other format that ran something plus this? There's always sometimes a format that comes up where it's Danger.
Danger, that's what
Danger had a format where you had Danger plus X.
Yeah.
So this almost feels like it looks diverse from the outside, but it's mile wide, inch deep.
Is there anything that you think should be banned and anything you think should come off the list?
I feel like Scythe Engine is probably going to be hit. If they do anything with Adventure, I'm going to be surprised if they do. Can't really think of much else, other decks. Everything else that they've hit has made decks pretty even. I feel they'll bring a few things off. Salamangreat Circle was at 2, it'll probably come back to 3. They'll probably semi-limit other things or whatnot.
Adventure token package is, I play the decks. I play the package. I think it's really good. If they will get hit, I hope they don't. But if they does get hit, then I understand why.
Yeah. Do you guys think they should hit anything? The adventure stuff has got huge representation.
Scythe needs to be banned.
OCG hit the adventure.
Yeah, that's right. They hit the princess, right? Enchantress, yeah.
Water Enchantress.
And with the DPE Scythe Lock, it does threaten a lot of decks, but it doesn't stop Eldritch match-ups a whole lot of the time. Not a lot of the time. Flunderies too.
I think the Scythe or Dagda to be banned.
Do you think they should hit the adventure stuff?
Maybe not right now, but definitely
sometime soon.
Couple of sets or soon. Yeah, I don't know. That Griffin quick effect is ridiculous.
It is busted. Do you think Phantom Knights are the best deck of the format?
Honestly, I would say yeah. They're definitely the best Danger deck. Or not Danger.
Brave. Brave, the adventure stuff.
The adventure. They're the best with that. That's for sure.
Best deck? That is a tough question because like anything that really can play Brave, like Prank Kids, Phantom Knights, Eldritch is pretty popular right now. I know Sword Soul's running around. I don't think there's really like a best deck, but there are a lot of like huge top contenders. Like anything can really win at this point.
To be the best, well, I think it'd be any deck that can play DPE and the Scythe Lock combo.
That's really strong right now.
Yeah, so right now, I think not Burning Abyss, the Phantom Knights with the Brave Engine, because they can summon DP in the whole Dagda Scythe combo.
What do you think they need to hit the most right now on the ban list?
To be honest, I think they need to unban Imperial Order because.
I think so. That's a controversial opinion.
The reason why is, yes, I understand it's bad for decks that are heavy spells, but we need something to help shut down adventure tokens.
They should hit the adventure stuff then on the next ban list, because they'll hit it eventually, right? But
I would say maybe I would probably hit the bird, the negate itself.
Oh, the Griffin.
Because like the negate's really what's making the one card negate is really what's making the whole thing kind of toxic.
Just the Griffin Rider itself.
So if you actually hit I would think hit the Griffin Rider itself, kind of leave the rest sort of alone, but like that way at least you can still kind of, because like the concept is cool. I like the concept.
Maybe they need more extra support that isn't Griffin Rider.
Yeah, basically people. I mean, it's the Griffin. It's in the free in the game, but if they can just make it so it's not Griffin Rider and have it something else, that would be interesting to see what else they can do with it.
Yeah. Gaming John, who do you think is the best player at the shop?
I mean,
besides you.
besides me?
Besides you.
It's kind of hard to answer. I think at our top table, it's kind of all just like, I feel like we're all kind of even at our top tables.
You don't think there's one specific player?
I don't think it's very one-sided on who's the best here. You know,
So,
I mean, for a minute there, Gage had like the best deck, and he stopped playing Phantom Knights because of that reason.
Gage did go hard with it.
He does, just does a lot.
All right, last question. Who's the best player at the shop?
Who's the best player in the
Besides
shop?
yourself.
Besides myself, from way back when VFD was a thing, no, I'd have to say Gage or Rashawn.
Rashawn too?
It's tough to pick because there are a lot of good people who come here.
That's last question. Who's the best player at the shop? Besides yourself.
Damn. I don't know. I think Gage is pretty good.
Wait, last question. Who's the best player at the shop beside yourself?
I refuse to answer that
No answer?
because there's a lot of people here that are very good.
Very true. Good point. All right. Well spoken. Thanks, man.
I think Rashawn is like by I think, I'm not sure about clear good best player, but like I face him pretty often, and a lot of times he usually would win against me, so I'll think so. That
Rashawn?
Rashawn, yeah.
All right. Last question. Who do you think is the best player at the shop, excluding yourself?
Gage.
It's
The
definitely
Gage?
not me. I don't know. I haven't dueled Gage in a long time. I'm gonna say Kyle.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Very kind of you to say.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, just real quick. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, why not subscribe? It would help me out a lot. And, of course, I'm going to give a big thanks to everyone I interviewed. This took some time to make, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So, big thanks again. Anyway, stay tuned. More is on the way.